Hey everybody, it's almost that time. It has been 7 months, believe it or not, 7 months since we have been in our building. And we've been really incredibly blessed by being able to go to the drive-in. But it's getting colder and we're gonna have to come back. And we're still very blessed that we have an amazing building. So we're gonna use that building to the fullest extent. So on October 18th, here's where we're coming back to, and we're excited about that, and hope you are too. There's going to be some changes, and we just need to be able to work with each other and in a loving way, work through a process so we can stay safe and keep not only all of us safe, but even our community safe.
So what we want to do is just kind of prepare you what to expect when you return here on the 18th. So first of all, just to remind you, we have two services, a 9 o'clock service and 11 o'clock service. Now, if you have children, you should keep in mind that the 9 o'clock service is a service where we will have a full menu of classes all the way through high school. And we'll also have an adult class as well in the dining room. So just keep that in mind as you plan. As far as the second service, we will have a few kids classes up through first grade, as well as the nursery in both hours.
If you are a volunteer or have family, members who have family, this is the door you'll be using. This is where our volunteer center is going to be. And so you'll come in and they'll ask you 3 simple questions and they'll check your temperature. And this is the avenue also for the kids classes. So our main back door is where many of you guys will be coming through.
So as Ken mentioned, the fact that families also will enter through this door. And the other group would be any if you're handicapped with a wheelchair or anything that limited in that way, then this is the entrance you would come in. Of course, if you have other limitations and one of the other entrances is better, then by all means just contact the church office just so we're aware. We'll work with you on that. But if you're a family of kids up through 5th grade and they're going to be participating in the kids classes, then what we want you to know is you'll come through this entrance and then you're going to go right to the gym. There you'll be checked in with the Kid Check program, as well as your child will be screened with some questions in the temperature check. And once that process is completed, then you can take your kid to the appropriate classroom.
If you don't have children up through 5th grade and you're not a volunteer, these are the doors you're going to be using. If your last name begins with A through L, come through the bell tower door. If your last name, like myself, Silkowski, is M through Z, we'll go around and we'll be right in the front door. Not only is that an entrance point, but it's also an exit point. So just so you know, God gave us 3 doors, we're going to use them.
So when you arrive here into the sanctuary, an usher will actually seat you in the appropriate place, because as you know, we need to keep in mind the social distancing guidelines. So just wait for an usher to actually show you to the place to sit. The other thing I want to mention to you is just make sure that whenever you're moving about in the building, that you wear a mask. When you get seated, you can actually remove the mask if you feel comfortable in doing that. You don't have to, but if you feel comfortable in removing your mask, you certainly may do so at that time. The only time we ask you to put the mask back on is when we sing a few songs in the service. Now, the reason why we're asking to do that is it just helps inhibit some of the aerosols and droplets into the air, just to keep everyone safe.
When the service is finished, we're going to just ask that you still remain in your seat for a few moments. The ushers will help us to leave, starting at the back row and moving forward, and dismiss you. And also, just if you're going to catch up with somebody, which we hope you will, wait till you're outside or somewhere where it's a wide open space and not the hallways. Again, we're just trying to do our best at trying to keep that social distance possible. And when you come, what a great opportunity to bring your own Bible. Mark it up. I've always wanted you to do that anyways. It's the best thing for all of us. Bring a mask, of course. We'll have some if you forget, so don't run home. And bring a water bottle. We just can't even have the water fountain on. And bring your own cup of coffee with, maybe with a lid or something. We're going to be completely cool about that. We want you to find a comfortable place to be, still amongst other people focusing on God.
One other thing just to mention about dismissal, and that is simply the fact that the ushers will also dismiss row by row starting in the back. And the reason why we're doing this is just to control the flow of traffic in the building. Again, keeping in mind we want to keep everybody safe. Now, if you are not feeling well, we just ask that you stay home and watch the live stream and take advantage of that. The other thing I would mention is if you do come down with the virus shortly after you've been here on a Sunday morning, if you would just let us know that so that we can make the proper follow-up procedures, we'd greatly appreciate it.
So, feels a little awkward, but at the same time, what a privilege to be a part of the body of Christ and to still gather. So we're going to do everything we can, and if we all love each other, we will actually see our way through this. So please, come with a smile on your face and an excitement, and let's look to the Lord together, continuing as the body of Christ here at Main Street Baptist Church on the corner of Main and Maple. Can't wait to see you on the 18th.